Scion's made some minor changes to the XB for 2013, but it's still square. Is it hip to be square? Let's find out. It's still boxy, but much less so than the first generation. I like it. My test car has these optional TRD wheels, very nice, also low profile tires, and there's a revised front end too. Looks good. It's been slightly tweaked at the back as well. Looks good from this angle, and from this angle, and every angle. Looks modern and fresh. I can see why the kids dig it. Inside it's a bit stark and sparse, but I guess that's a modern look too. I do like the two-tone cloth seats. They're very comfortable and supportive, and good over the long haul too. The armrest doubles as storage, and it also hides a little secret. The bottom is removable, so you can store a little deeper if you want to. Plus, that's where you'll find the USB and auxiliary input. Moving forward, you get some storage, 2 cup holders, and a real handbrake. The transmission has a sport mode, so you can shift it yourself. And then, you got this cool Scion badge right there. Hiding below the shifter, you'll find the charger. The ventilation controls are straightforward. You also have a Pioneer sound system, which sounds great. You get sort of a cubby hole for storage over here, and a pretty large glove box too, which is nice. Power windows and door lock controls on the door. You can also store your cell phone here. I like that. Some makers leave this bottomless so you can't put your phone there. I like this option better. Down below, you get a cup holder and a little bit more storage too. Next to the steering wheel, you control your dash lighting and also your outside mirrors. I really like these vents here. Very modern and fresh. Easy to control too. You can spin them, close them real easy. Very nice. On the steering wheel, you have controls for your radio, also your mode, plus volume. You get the same cruise control knob all the way from Scion to Toyota and up to Lexus. I like it. It's easy to use to me. Now the placement of the gauges is a little different. You'd expect to find it here, but no, it's over here. It is clear and easy to read, but I guess it's sort of gimmicky, retro, and at the same time modern to put it in the center so everybody can see it. But I would prefer that they put it right here. In back, you get a tricky place to hide 2 cup holders right there, and seating for 3 across. Pop the trunk, and you'll find decent storage back here. But if you want more than decent storage, then just fold the rear seats down, and you get plenty. The XB is powered by a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder, which produces 158 horsepower. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 8.9 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 22 miles per gallon in the city and 28 on the highway. You can expect 24 miles per gallon overall. So the Scion XB starts out at $17,750. The fancy wheels, low profile, plus they help with handling a little bit, are $2,150. You also might want the XM radio, which is $450, a rear spoiler, auto dimming lights, that sort of thing. And with all that destination, you're out the door at $22,074. That's pretty fair money for a hipster CUV, compact utility vehicle. Now, there's certainly no doubt that the Scion XB is marketed at a younger target audience than many other cars. The Scion brand is definitely aimed squarely at the youth. And, you know, it's pretty funny. I've seen a lot of these XBs, and lots of times I see a lot of certainly older people, maybe even senior citizens driving them. And I think that has to do a lot with the fact that it's a very practical car. You can fit a lot in it. You fold the back seats down, and this car holds a lot of people, and also holds a lot of cargo. And at the same time, it does have an appeal to it. You know, the shape has been hip in Japan for many, many years. You've got cars like the Kia Soul and the Nissan Cube, which I've both tested. Look for my reviews on YouTube. But, you know, basically the same idea. A square car that looks kind of hip and caters to young people, all while offering a lot of features too. But seeing an older person in a car like the Scion XB to me is kind of ironic in a good way. It's not like you're seeing someone trying too hard to fit in or trying too hard to learn that latest dance move or that cool new phrase and not pulling it off correctly. It's like seeing the cool grandmom dancing the latest stand step on YouTube that goes viral. That's what it's like. Checking out the night look on the Scion XB here, and it's pretty cool. Got sort of an orange glow. You know, as I'm just driving here late at night, and the XB feels right at home. You know, everything, the layout is nice, and I like the high seating position. I can see how this car would appeal to lots of people. It's nice to be up high. You can really see out of the XB very well in all directions. Really no blind spots to speak of, and that's a good, comfortable feeling. It's really got everything that other CUVs have, but it does come at a very low price, and it might lack some of the luxury and technical features, certainly some of the comfort features, but really this is a compact utility vehicle. It's very versatile for very little money, and that's a good thing. Understeers predictably. Of course, it is a bit boxy, so you can't expect it to take a turn extremely well, but they did pay attention to the suspension, pun intended, and it shows, you know. It's actually pretty fun to drive, given that it's a box on wheels. It's not gonna break any speed records, but it does feel rather peppy. Actually, it feels very similar to the Passat TDI I just tested, the turbo diesel, and it's got the same 0 to 60 time basically. So it's got a little pep off the line, but it's basically geared for startups and not much else. So the Scion XB is a car that appeals to all age ranges, and I think that's definitely a cool thing. Sure, you're going to see a lot of young people driving it. Sure, you can customize it in so many different ways, as you can with all Scion vehicles. I recently tested the FRS, and that was a very cool car. Got to drive it on the track. You can look for my review elsewhere. But Scion offers a lot of ways to customize their cars, and a lot of ways to make the cars really you, and that's very important, along with the decent fuel economy and the safety features and the good sound system and that hip look. Well, it's backed up with some practicality that anyone can enjoy, old or young. It's certainly hip to be square. I'm Drivin Ivan Katz.